Hey everyone, Wolvis here, and welcome to my review of the MiG-23 ML. So, oh boy, where do I begin? I have quite a bit to say about this aircraft. For one, I think it's a nice plane, it flies very well, but I also don't think it's an enjoyable aircraft, at least not right now in the current matchmaker, and please let me explain to you why. So, the MiG-23 ML is a Tier 7 swing-wing premium jet in the Soviet tech tree. It sits at a battle rating of 11.3, which means it's effectively a full top-tier aircraft. Yes, technically, War Thunder's top tier in Air RB is currently 11.7, but realistically, because everyone and their dog is currently playing top tier in War Thunder, you're never going to see anything other than 11.7, maybe 11.3. I think in the past 4 days of playing this jet, I've maybe seen 1 or 2 down tiers to 10.3. So for all intensive purposes and in practice, this aircraft is a full-on top-tier fighter. Which is interesting because Gaijin said they'd never release a premium top-tier aircraft. Anyway, I've been trying to write a proper script for this video for quite a while now, and honestly, I'm struggling quite a bit. I'm having trouble determining whether or not I like this airplane. The fact of the matter is that the MiG-23 ML is not a fantastic 11.3 plane. And that's a good thing, right? For once, Gaijin didn't introduce a horrendously overpowered premium, which, I mean, hooray, that's great. Except somehow this premium still manages to be very problematic for everyone else playing the game. And I'll get to why that is in just a moment, but first I want to talk to you a bit about this aircraft and my opinion of just this plane as it is. So like I said, I don't really enjoy flying the MiG-23 ML that much. Quite honestly, I think most of that is just down to the fact that I think top tier right now is relatively boring. Although top tier certainly isn't completely skillless, the fact of the matter is that the only thing you really need to be careful about in top tier is your positioning. And although, like I said, that certainly isn't without skill, it also does not require as much knowledge about the game as, for example, energy fighting does. Effectively, the skill ceiling in top tier is just really, really low right now, at least if you've played the game for quite a bit beforehand and you understand most of the game mechanics. Now that said, is the MiG-23 ML itself a bad plane? No, it's alright, and quite honestly, that's all I have to say about this aircraft. Just, it's alright. It gets an alright airframe, and it gets alright missiles. It's really nothing special. And that's fine. It's honestly fine. Just like a lot of aircraft in this game, it's fine. It's just okay. It's not outstanding to use, it's not horribly overpowered, it's not of best at anything, but it's still fun to use because it's still good enough and it's still competitive. Especially because it gets very good missiles. I mean, okay, maybe very good is arguable, but the R60Ms are certainly good missiles at close range, especially if the enemy doesn't see you, and the R24s are also just very fun to use. The radar variant is very nice to use in a head-on situation, and the infrared version is very nice to use in a side-on shot, because the enemy won't get any warning that you're gonna blow them out of the sky in 3 seconds. So yeah, it's honestly an alright aircraft. But then Wolvis, why did you say it's not that enjoyable to fly currently? Well, it's not American. Now you might be thinking, what? What did he just say? But I'm serious. The problem with the MiG-23 ML isn't that it's a bad plane. Like I said, it's fine. It should be good. It's competitive. It has everything an 11.3 aircraft should have. Then why is it not amazing? Because it's not American. Like I said, it doesn't get AM9Ls. It doesn't get Phoenixes. It doesn't get stupid good flight performance. Why? Why did they introduce a $70 premium into a matchmaker that is dominated by American aircraft that you can't buy? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should be able to buy those American aircraft. Please, no, I do not want to see more F-14s. I really do not. But everyone who's buying this ML, this $70 jet, is getting screwed over because they're getting stomped on, absolutely stomped on by the F-14 and especially the F-16. This is not a fun jet to play because the matchmaker is screwing it over. If this aircraft gets a better matchmaker in the future, and you have $70 US laying around and you want to spend it on a fun aircraft, be my guest. I don't care, it's your money. But right now, oh man, this is not a good investment. It is not fun to face America constantly. Now I do want to reiterate that this is not a bad play. It's actually quite enjoyable to fly. It's nothing special, it's not an amazing aircraft. I mean, maybe that's just my opinion because I've already played other MiG-23s. But it's like I said, it's fine. It's quite okay. It has good flight performance. It's fairly decent to get some kills. It's fairly good at grinding. It's just not going to win you any matches. It's not the best plane on the block, and it never will pretend to be. You are going to get stomped on. So just keep that in mind if you really want to buy this plane. You are buying into a very unfavorable matchmaker. So there you go. That's my opinion of the MiG-23 ML. And I can already hear the salty American players going into the comment section and saying, oh, the F-14, the F-16 aren't that overpowered. Sure, let's take the stance that the American aircraft aren't actually the main problem. But even then, I still have some issues with the MiG-23 ML, and that's also why I said in the beginning that I think this aircraft is problematic for everyone else playing the game. Because quite frankly, if you're on a Soviet team, would you rather have a MiG-23 ML or a MiG-23 MLD on your team? Because let's face it, the MiG-23 ML is just a gimped, literally a gimped MiG-23 MLD. So every spot on your team that's taken up by some guy playing the MiG-23 ML could have been a MiG-23 MLD. And do you really want your teammates to have a gimped aircraft in an already unfavorable matchmaking? No, you don't. Now, does this last point really matter? Probably not. I mean, realistically, most people who are going to be flying this ML are going to be people who don't really have that much experience in War Thunder's top tier anyway. And quite frankly, top tier at this point also is just a missile fest, where the main thing that gets you kills is just the unawareness of the enemy player. Having a better airframe does not necessarily determine how many kills you can get. So yeah, maybe that's just my main issue with this plane, is that it's in top tier, and top tier is just kind of a hot garbage mess right now. I don't like top tier that much anymore. I mean, maybe I will again in the future, but right now it's not that much fun. Yeah, I guess with that I want to conclude this video. I feel a bit bad, it's so negative. I feel like I'm just angry ranting in this. I don't necessarily like that. I think I'm going to try to avoid that in the future and just review aircraft I actually enjoy. And also, I kind of lied. The footage you're seeing in the background is me playing the MiG-23 ML, or not the MiG-23 ML, it's me playing the MiG-23 ML-A, not the MiG-23 ML. That's because I didn't buy the MiG-23 ML because it's a $70 US premium. I'm not going to shell out $70 US for a plane I already own. And I even get the luxury of the MLA of not having to fight with the Soviets, which means I don't have to fight against the Americans every single time. So, you know, even then I'm still frustrated with it. I can't imagine what it's like for the actual MiG-23 ML. Oh yeah, also let me know if just commentary videos like this are any interesting. Should I keep making content like this? I don't know. Maybe not. I guess I'll get chewed out if it was really that bad in the comments. Yeah. Goodbye.